large part of Kenya's landmass, especially in the north, is arid and semi-arid region. Pastoralism is an economic lifeline in these areas. However, each drought brings challenges. Thousands of livestock die, leaving locals counting losses. Due to poor land use, like uncontrolled grazing, environmental degradation, and climate change, many parts of the country continue to become arid and semi-arid. Soil erosion caused by runoff water due to lack of trees, grass or shrubs to prevent is on the rise, further degrading the land. Many areas in Laikipia County are full of deep gullies, posing a serious threat to livestock in Mayanat Community Conservancy.
There is a problem that has been there for quite some time, and because of climate change, this is one of the effects of climate change. The gullies are forming all over the conservancy, displacing even the people. As you see the homestead here, there is a lot of effects that this gullies brings to the people, the local community in this place. The community, in collaboration with non-government organizations such as the Nature Conservancy, NRT, NEMA, and the county government of Laikipia, have been making efforts to restore degraded lands occasioned by uncontrolled grazing.
Northern Kenya is quite degraded. We have 70% of the land degraded. And the main driver of degradation is the persistent drought, poor land management, and also the invasive species that are really affecting the landscape. We
visit the Kalama area in Samburu County. This conservancy looked like this not long ago. But after conservation and restoration efforts, the situation has changed for the better. These women harvest grass seeds for the grass restoration project.
Tulianza kwa kukata kwanza hii mamiti kubwa kubwa sasa ili tupate kuweka sasa mbegu. Leo tulianza ndio sasa nini sepse gefra akakuja kutuletea majembe na mavijiko na mbegu. Sasa ndio tukaendelea kubadilia basi sasa hapa. Ndio sasa tukaendelea tukamesha ikakuwa kitu basi. Sasa vile zimekauka tukaenda kuchukua magunia, wakatuletea magunia, tukaweka mbegu na ndio tukaweka kwa store. Tulikaa tu tukaona vile watoto wetu waliumia huko. Wakipeleka ng'ombe msituni. Sasa wakati ya Jelali wengi walipata kuuliwa kule. Na sasa tukaona hiyo afadhali tuonelee tutengeneze shamba yetu itaweza kutusaidia kwa kutoa nyasi na pia ile manjao kidogo kidogo tunavakata tunapelekea. Sasa unaona gunia tulikuwa tunauza na 2,500.
The seeds are stored for conservation and sold for planting in other affected areas.
There is a need for continuous ownership and motivation of the local people to continue doing that restoration work and to continue planting seeds. So the seeds that they are harvesting are not yet enough for northern Kenya. So they still need for the specific conservancy that we are already harvesting. But at least you can see this looks like an enterprise that in future will generate revenue for women. Once we see like this large scale, we can start selling to other areas, maybe southern Kenya and other parts of Kenya, for them to continue planting these seedlings.
The Westgate Reserve has not been left behind. This morans a happy lot following abundance of grass after the success of a grass reforestation project.
Tulikuwa tu tunashunga hapa wanyama wetu wasikuje kula hiyo nyasi ndio itokeleze na ingie tena zaidi Kenya tulikuwa tumeweka.
We mostly focus on small scale, but we also do large scale. At the small scale, we set up grass plots at every village or other zone, and in that zone it acts mostly as a learning site for the communities within that zone, but also with communities within that conservancy and outside the conservancy. So that just acts as a learning site, but it also acts as a seed bank because the women grow grass and they also harvest the seed, and they use those seeds to restore other degraded areas.
There before this community was severely affected by this climate change. Livestock have been leaving the community for a number of years, meaning that small children lead to be vulnerable because the livestock leaves them, and meaning that there's no proper meals.
At a landscape level, we also do what we call grazing planning. And each conservancy has a grazing plan, and we use what we call wet season and dry season. So during the wet season, we just graze around the settlement areas, and we preserve other areas. And we slowly move to those areas as the drought progresses.
Besides soil erosion and general environmental degradation in this area, the prickly cactus is another threat. A plant introduced by the colonialists for ornamental purposes and fencing has become a thorn in the flesh of not only livestock and wildlife, but also of the locals.
Imeanza kutuletea madhara mingi sana. Sababu ya kwanza imechukua ardhi, pahali huwa tunafugia ng'ombe, pahali nyasi imemea, so hakuna nyasi inamea hapo. Pia imekuja kuathiri mang'ombe na mambusi na hata mangamia, sababu wakati ya jilali, wakati hakuna nyasi, ng'ombe huwa inakula hii matunda. Inaathiri sana midomo, na inaingia kwa macho na kipofu, na once ikikula mdomo inafura, inakuwa na finonda, so haiwezi kukula tena. So mnyama inapofika mpaka inakufa.
Over the years, cactus are spread like a plague, covering thousands of acres of land and affecting grazing lands for livestock and wildlife in Laikipia County. To combat this, women from Naibunga Community Conservancy are using cochineal insect to control it. These insects are raised in this greenhouse.
Tunaweka hii dudu cochineal kwa mabucket, inakaa wiki 3 ya 4 ndio tunakuja kutoa, tuna spread, tunaweka kwa hiyo puntia ndio iweze kukula hiyo puntia.
Mwaka 6 sasa tuliweza kuongea na shirika moja ya kisayansi inaitwa Kabi kutoka South Africa, na tukakuja kufanya research kwa pamoja na NEMA, na wakaona kuwa kuna mdudu inaitwa cochineal ambaye inaweza kula hiyo matunda na imalize.
And after a few days, the women spread the insect on this cactus, where the cochineal feeds on the sap of the cactus, thus killing it.
Women depend, or the livelihood around here is about livestock. So livestock feed on the opuntia. So when they feed on the opuntia, the livestock are affected. The digestive system, the opuntia contains spines and thorns, which affect the digestive system of the animal. So once they affect the digestive system of the animal, the livestock get emaciated, they will lose milk, we lose meat, and then we lose the market price of the livestock because of the emaciation.
So far, these women have restored a large part of the land previously occupied by cactus. Climate change continues to pose many environmental challenges. Research to these challenges is urgently needed to enable people to find sustainable solutions. Dan Kaburu, K24, in Laikipia County.